On October the 26th, that was a very violent crime that occurred in the 2200 block of Drummond Street. It involved the burglary and rape of a 55-year-old female. That was a very violent crime, but to compound that crime, the victim was a disabled person. On the very next day, we canvassed the neighborhood, knocking on doors, looking for anyone who may have had pertinent information that would lead to some suspects. We continue to work with Crime Stoppers and the concerned citizens of Warren County, and we were able to come up with additional monies to add to the $2,500 that Crime Stoppers had put forward. We came up with a total of $5,200. We ran several articles in the media about the monies, asking for anyone with information that would lead to the arrest of these suspects. On the 14th, we ran another ad in the paper as well as the local media announcing additional monies that we had came about. As a result of that press release, the very next day, December the 15th, we received a tip from Crime Stoppers that led to the arrest of Eddie and Charles Harris. They are both related. Eddie Harris was charged with burglary and rape, and Charles Harris was charged with burglary. This has been a long, drawn-out case. We've been very committed to this case since day one. This is a very violent act, and we wanted to make sure that we didn't leave any stones unturned. As a result of this investigation and community involvement, we were able to make this arrest. But there's one other key piece of evidence that we would like to have. On the morning of the burglary and rape, the suspect left with a 32-inch television with a remote, Vizio. And we are in need of that television at this time. Anyone with information of the whereabouts of this television, please call the Vicksburg Police Department at 601-636-2511. This is a very sensitive case, and while the main part of this case is solved in terms of the arrest, but there's still a ways to go. So we're going to be very cautious in any information that we released at this point in time. But we do want the public to know that with their help, we were able to remove two dangerous individuals from our street, and they are incarcerated at this time.
Chief Armstrong, I'm sure you've had these guys in for questioning. Were they forthcoming with any information during the questioning process?
We're not going to discuss any details of interviews that we've had at this point in time. Again, we want to make sure that we have our date in the courtroom, and we want to make sure that we get a conviction. We do feel very confident with the information that we have, and we look forward to moving forward with the rest of the investigation. Again, I want to thank, again, this community, Crime Stoppers, and more importantly, the Vicksburg Police Department, and especially the Investigation Bureau. Again, we got out the morning of this arrest, and we started canvassing the neighborhood. The very next day, we were on the ground knocking on doors, asking for information. We have kept the heat turned up ever since this crime was reported to us. And we want the public to know that this type of behavior would not be tolerated in this community. And again, we just ask the community to continue to work with us in bringing about a safer neighborhood.